Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And thank you, Jim, and thank you, Frank. What a great way to begin. Let's let them know how much we love them. We are coming to you live stream and in person today from Eagleville, Pennsylvania. And we're so grateful to be here together. Doesn't it feel good to gather and to see the people we care about and to meet new people and to come into a consciousness of peace and power? Because this is a place of serenity. It is a place of gathering into the great oneness, to remember who we are, to remind each other who we are. And so you are so welcome here. Those who are here with us in person, hooray. And those who are listening to us and watching us on live stream, we're very grateful to have this extended community. And it really does get us to stretch our imagination, doesn't it? Because we have a huge community and we don't know how large it is because they can see us, but we can't see them. So let's just know that each and every one of them is gathering with us right now in this place of peace, in this oasis in the midst of what can sometimes be a little unsettling out there. So thank you for being with us to make this a beautiful occasion today. We do welcome everyone, no matter where you may be in the world and no matter where you may be on your spiritual journey. And we have a wonderful mission. And it's one that we share with all of the Centers for Spiritual Living all over the world, because this is a worldwide expression of perfect life. And it is simply like this. Do you remember what it is? Awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. You see, humanity is great, isn't it? But we aren't only human. Well, I'm only human. No, you're not. We are spiritual beings having come forth from the one precious life. And we are individualizations of that one life, yes? And so we are spirit in form. And we allow spirit to inform us in all that we think and feel and say and do. And this is why we have spiritual tools for every human experience. And that's why we gather, and that's why we take classes, and we come together, and we learn, and we grow. Most of all, we support each other along our spiritual journeys. And we also have a marvelous vision, because we know that we are working together on the highest frequency to make the changes in our personal lives, in our families, in our neighborhoods, and ultimately in the world itself. So what we are doing is co-creating a world that works for all. You see, there have been people who've been around here for a while and they know the drill. And it's a great one. And we are so appreciative of all of you. And we also have a wonderful purpose statement that we use here in our own beloved community. And would you like to say it with me? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so now I would like to welcome our in-person musicians to begin with our opening song, which we love. It was written by this man right here. And you can sing it too. Do you want them to stand up?
Yeah, why don't you stand up, because you're going to be sitting a lot for the next hour, right? So let's stand up for this one. Here we go. Thank you for this time in which we gather. We don't have the words. We come to laugh, sing, and pray together. I see the God in you. You see the God in me. Now's the time to let our spirits soar in unity. We'll do it again. No, you don't have the words. Thank you for this time in which we gather. Thank you. We come to love, seek, and pray together. See the God in you. Now's the time to let our spirits soar in unity. In unity. One last one. In unity. There we go.
Okay, now I know I don't want to bend that too much because our speaker is a lot taller than I am, but he knows how to fix it. I want to talk to the kids for a minute. I'm so glad that two of you are here today, and the time will come. Keep focused on that. The time will come when you have fun day school again. Yeah, it will happen. And in fact, you know, if anyone is interested in participating in getting that up and going again, you might see Reverend Mike because he used to be the superintendent of Fun Day School. And if you're interested, because our kids are so important to us, here they come. Hi. That's right. We don't want to miss your entrance. um, that it will be a wonderful thing to have that up and running again. But in the meantime, you are always, always welcome right here with your family. We are your family too. Aunts, uncles, grandparents. Okay, so some of you probably play on sports teams, do you? Some of you may play musical instruments, do you? Okay. When you're playing a musical instrument, isn't it a whole lot more fun to be playing with other instruments, people with other instruments, right? I mean, either of these wonderful musicians right here can play on their own, and it's very nice, but don't you love it when they play together? It just brings something more wonderful to us. Well, it's the same thing when you're playing in an orchestra or a band, because there you get to listen to what the other people are doing, so that you come in on the same beat and you're even perhaps playing the same melody, which is always nice. But working together as a team makes a beautiful, beautiful sound for all of us who come to listen. That's the same with sports. You know, you need each other. You know, imagine a basketball game or a soccer game with just one person running up and down the field or running up and down the court. We need each other, and it makes it fun when we're all working together and playing together. Can you think of some areas in your lives where you really could be even a better team member than you are right now? You see, your parents and all of us are always working on that becoming more harmonious and more fun and more productive when we work together as families, when we bring our best to each other. Yeah. So that's what you do already, because I know who you are. And those who are out there in Radio Land, I know that they also know how to bring their best and open their hearts to each other. It's a lot more fun when we do these things together. And instead of a tug of war, I like that new games came out in the 70s, still new. Um, Instead of a tug of war, it's let's have a hug of war. So that's it for you for now. And now I understand that it's time to have a meditation. And sometimes that's why we come together so that we can come into this sweet, sweet space. And thank you, Cheryl, our practitioner number one of the day. Thank you very much for leading the before celebration meditation. And whenever we're here in person, one of our practitioners will be leading that quiet meditation in that lovely conference room. So now we're going to have a whole community meditation. So let's take a deep, holy breath of spirit and feel its beautiful energies moving through our physical bodies, our emotions, our thoughts, bringing peace and vitality, serenity and power. That's what God's life is. It is the activity of the divine And it moves through us now with grace and ease. So let's just keep that breath comfortable, normal, and natural. And let it become a bridge, a pathway to our hearts. And entering in to the sacred chamber of our hearts. Just rest. Come to this sweet center of tranquility. And know that you can never be alone. For you are one with and one of that precious presence that heals, nurtures, blesses, and inspires. And stand as you are, as an individualized expression of the one life. And within yourself, feel that movement, the peace and the power. And know that within you is a holy song. Listen for it now, for it is always, always singing within your heart. So imagine you singing your beautiful, individualized song of spirit. One voice singing a beautiful song of spirit. And now imagine other people beginning to emerge around you. They too singing their sweet song of spirit. And then you harmonize, and it becomes fuller and sweeter and more beautiful as you sing together. There's great peace and great power and infinite beauty. Just imagine and feel the feeling and hear the sweet sound of spirit moving through you. And now come into that deeper space of sweet serenity. And if you have a question, if there is a challenge in your life, bring it now to Spirit. Put it up on the high altar and release it to a healing and a revealing as you take just a moment of silence. Peace prevails. The sweetness of the Spirit's song is warm, beautiful, and inspiring, and all is well.
Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice singing so you hear what's on their mind. And when you look around, you'll find there's more than one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice. Each and every note another octave. Hands are joined and fears unlocked. If only one voice would start it on its own. We need that one voice facing the unknown, and then that one voice will never be alone. It takes that one voice. It takes that one voice, just one voice, singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice. Shout it out and let it sing. Just one voice. It takes that one voice. And everyone will sing.
Now we're going to have an opening treatment by one of our wonderful practitioners, Cheryl Macklin. Oh, it's so amazing to look at and see so many wonderful people. I'll be tall. My reading today is a little bit different. It's from a daily email that I get called the Daily Om, which you probably are familiar with. And it's called Ants and Bees, a Metaphor, not to be confused with the birds and the bees. It says, we can learn a lot from watching ants and bees, living in a community and working together for the greater good. When we see ants and bees out in the world, we often see just one, but this belies the reality of their situation. More than any other species, ants and bees function as parts of a whole. They cannot and do not survive as individuals. They survive as members of a group, and the group's survival is the implicit goal of each individual's life. There's no concept of life outside the group, so even to use the word individual is somewhat misleading. Often humans, on the other hand, strongly value individuality and often negatively associate ants and bees with a lack of independence. And yet, if we look closer at these amazing creatures, we can learn valuable lessons about how much we can achieve when we band together with others to work for a higher purpose. Most ants and bees have highly specified roles within their communities, some of which are biologically dictated, and they work within the confines of their roles without complaint, never wishing to be something other than what they are. In this way, they symbolize self-knowledge and humility. They also display selfless service as they work for the common good. In many ways, they are like individual cells of one body, living and dying as necessary to preserve the integrity of the whole body, not to protect themselves as individuals. In this way, ants personify the ability to see beyond one's small self to one's place within the greater whole, the ability to serve this whole. Ants and bees can inspire us to fully own what we have to offer and to put it to use in the pursuit of a goal that will benefit all humanity, whether it be raising consciousness about the environment, feeding the hungry, or raising a happy child. Each one of us has certain talents we were born with, as well as skills we've acquired. When we apply these gifts, knowing that we are one part of a greater organism working to better the whole world, we honor and implement the wisdom of ants and bees. Once a biology teacher, always a biology teacher, what can I say? Okay. I state this treatment in the first person, and I invite you to take it for yourselves. There is one God, one source, one I am. And this God is expressing right here and right now, because God is all there is. And God is expressing through the music, through the meditation, through the talks, through each and every person here, each and every sharing, each and every connection. And I am so blessed to be a part of this spiritual community
And a part of this celebration, we come together on Sundays to celebrate the one God expressing as each and every one of us. And so I know when I come or when I listen at home, I will learn something. I will become more and more the truth of who I am. And so I am grateful and blessed to be part of this expression of this community as we all, each and every one of us, learn and grow together. So I know that this is a gift, and I gratefully accept this gift as I release my word into the law, knowing that the law only ever says yes. I let it be so, and so it is.
Thank you, Cheryl. I love the ants and the bees. Now I would invite you to speak our affirmation together, if you will. I love experiencing the joy and harmony of bringing my greatest talents and assets to my team as I honor the gifts of my co-creators. And now we have another beautiful musical offering by Jim Wade.
For you to all sing along, right? More than just a musical offering. Get ready, my soul. Yeah. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. I'm diving in again. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the deepest kind, to the sweetest kind of life, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready, my soul. Let's do that again from the beginning. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving into the deepest kind of love, to the deepest kind of love, the sweetest kind of life, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, get ready, my soul.
Yay, Jim, and yay, all of us. That was wonderful. And get ready. Get ready, because you are about to hear our featured speaker of the day. And you know and love him, most all of you, quite well. Many of you actually are part of his Saturday morning Science of Mind book study on Zoom, which he's been doing for, almost 2.5 years, reading the textbook, The Science of Mind, from the beginning to the end. And I'm not sure what year we will be done, but it's so wonderful. And he does such a beautiful job with that. As I mentioned earlier, he was once the coordinator of our youth, and he has a very special place in our hearts and in my home, our home. So please welcome, speaking on teamwork makes the dream work. Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Wow, that's quite a greeting. Good to see you out there. Thanks. You're all winners. Truth is, you are all winners. I'm a winner. Repeat that after me. I am a winner. Now turn to somebody next to you or around you and say, you are a winner. You are a winner. Now find somebody else around and say, you are a winner. Okay, now raise your hands up like this and say, we are winners. You are, you know. Because there's nothing to oppose God. If you think that there's something other than God, you're in the wrong place. You see, we teach that all there is God and God is all there is. Therefore, how can you be afraid of anything? Life is eternal because life is God's life expressing by means of us. And whatever we encounter may be an experience of ours, no doubt, but the ultimate outcome is God. It's all good. So, how do we deal with the stuff that's going on? How do we deal with our everyday experiences? How do we deal with the stuff going on in the news? Well, it gives us lots of opportunities to do spiritual mind treatment. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what spiritual mind treatment is, it's a form of affirmative prayer. I know, I liked it too. Because you see, we don't have this concept of asking somebody outside of ourselves to give us something that we don't think we really deserve. In fact, we don't look outside of ourselves for anything other than when I asked Maxine where she put a dish. We recognize that all the good there is comes from within ourselves. Because that's where spirit is within ourselves. And so when we do what we call spiritual mind treatment, and we call it that so we don't associate with the type of traditional prayer we've been taught, we've been known. If we first recognize what we understand the qualities of spirit to be, or God if you choose to call it that. You know, God doesn't really care what you call it. Not a bit. But it does care that you recognize what its qualities are. The qualities of spirit are life, love, power, peace, beauty, joy. So anywhere along the line in life that you're not experiencing life, love, peace, power, beauty, or joy, why? What has gotten in the way of your experiencing that? What event has come up that says, hi, I'm greater than God? Or are you dictating that something has to happen, something has to happen just so and so for you to be happy? You know, sometimes we set up requirements that are absolutely ridiculous. Sometimes we have expectations on people that we really shouldn't have. Why do you think, or how do you think it would be if we just allowed people to be who they really are? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't it be great if we could just allow women to have equal rights and equal access to education throughout the world? No? What a concept. Some of you have probably read about that young woman, Malala. I had her name down here, but I practiced it many times. It's still difficult for me to say. From Pakistan. And she was the youngest Nobel laureate ever at 17. She's a young lady that was shot in the head by very ignorant people that wanted to prevent her from espousing women's rights and women's education. Isn't that sad? So, did that scare her? She says no. It made her brave. It made her resolute. It provided her with courage, and also provides her with a speaking tour that's amazing. You can take any situation and use it as an excuse for success or use it as an excuse for failure. It's up to you to choose. See, life is about making choices. We're to choose this day who we shall serve. Who do you want to serve? Do you want to serve the greater idea? Do you have a purpose? You know, I found it very interesting when I'm counseling with people, where you take a survey of people and you ask them, what do you want in life? Ask yourself that. What do I want in life? Too many of us are really good at what we don't want in life. What we've had enough of in life. I don't want that anymore. But what is it that we do want in life? And if you're not really clear on what that is, ask Spirit to reveal it to you. You see, in our spiritual mind treatment, we recognize that we're surrounded by a creative medium which receives the impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. So after we get clear in our mind what the qualities of Spirit are, we recognize that those qualities are individualized. They're in us, as us. And so we can declare a thing to be because it's God in us expressing as that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not making something up. We're not making something up. We're not pretending. We're not pretending to be anything other than we are. We are declaring that which we are. And we're demanding that the universe respond to it. We're not saying, please, 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 please. If I be a really good boy, please. No, we're demanding that the universe responds because the universe will respond as a law. We call it the law of mind. So we release our word, we accept it as being so in consciousness, accept things as being so in mind, and then release that word to the law of mind. Then get out of the way and do what's in front of us to do. See, if you're not clear on what your purpose is or what your vision is, talk with somebody. Talk with a practitioner. Talk with Dr. Maxine or myself. Let's help you discover what that is. Because you're vitally important. You are winners because you're individualizations of Spirit of God. And God's always a winner. If you're still not really clear on what your purpose is, I found for me, just getting a shiny new car isn't much of a purpose. Doesn't really float my boat. I don't really want a boat either. I found what my purpose is to live for something greater than I am. Not necessarily something that'll last after I'm gone. I'm not looking to create any artifact or none of that kind of stuff. I'm not looking for positions of power or any of that stuff. I just want to help participate in creating a world that works for all. What we are about is revealing heaven on earth, here and now. Not by and by, here and now. And we're refusing to accept anything that denies that, refutes that. And we start with choosing to refute that within our own minds. Because, gang, it's all consciousness. Whether you see this as heaven or you see this as hell, it's all consciousness. And for us to change our quote-unquote outside world, it starts with not picking up our arms and going to teach them the right way to live. It starts within ourselves in developing a consciousness of spirit. And then allow that consciousness of spirit to guide us, direct us, and move us towards a greater realization of that heaven on earth. Am I not saying we have things to do? Oh, yeah, we have things to do. But when we're centered in spirit, those things that we do are uplifting and supportive. I mean, there's things to do in our inner cities, in our schools, supporting equal education for all people. In the city schools of Philadelphia, there's a good goal. There's something we can get behind and participate in. Helping us see that all children have food. No kid, I can remember. My mom was very poor. She had one dress to wear to school every day. And she would crawl underneath the front porch of the one-room schoolhouse she had to eat a piece of bread, because that's all she had for lunch. And she didn't want the other kids to know. We've got kids in our county that are lucky to have a piece of bread sometimes. We can do something about that. We can share out of our bounty. We can see that no child goes hungry. And for those people in society that seem to have lost their way, invite them. Help them to recognize that life doesn't have to be that way, because there's a power greater than they are, and they can use it. But it requires sometimes that we have to change our ideas. We have to surrender to a greater idea than we've known before. That's tough to do sometimes. You know, you may be going along and life hasn't been going very well, but it's been working so far. And sometimes it's hard to give up that old jalopy for a new one when you're used to driving the one you got. But life's better than that. And life is calling us forth to do more than that, to be more than that, to express more than that. We've got challenges in front of us, but these are not challenges that we can't accomplish. We can't accomplish. These are challenges that are put before us because God wills it in us to express it, to be it, to do it, to participate it, to create it. Spirit is demanding upon us to say yes. Yes to life. Now, the question is, are you going to say yes to life? Let me hear. Are you going to say yes to life? It's yes or no. If you're going to say yes to life, what will you do next? Perhaps what you will do is choose to see everybody as expressions of life and love. Perhaps what you'll do is choose to, just for the rest of the day, not criticize, condemn, or complain. That's hard. Perhaps what you'll do is love yourself enough today. I'm not saying tomorrow or forever, but love yourself enough today to do things that are actually healthy for you. To actually eat right. To actually, if you've been using bad substances, not to do it today. If you've been fighting with the family, back off from that today. Just for today. Let's live as though we're following a pathway of spirit. Just for today, let's know that we're guided and directed. Just for today, know that this is heaven. Here on earth. Here and now. I love you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Reverend Mike. It was wonderful. I'm inspired. I'm glad I came to church today. Yeah. Clearly, what you shared, and so beautifully and passionately and authentically, is how we do work together, because it has to start here. Thank you for that beautiful reminder. This is the first team right here. Thank you. And now it's time for our celebration of prosperity. And for those who are looking out there in virtual land, there's all kinds of ways to share with us. And we're so grateful for that, because this is, for me and for many of us, this center is the closest source of our spiritual food, and that's why we love giving back to it and watching it grow and thrive. And so if you will take your gift, mine's in my purse, I'll give it later, and know that something wonderful takes place when we allow the circulation of our good, and it's where everybody wins. And so please know with me that the life of Spirit imbues this beautiful gift, and that as we send it forth in love, that it does its beautiful work to heal and bless and to reveal the truth within each person and within the world. It goes forth to bless, to uplift, and it multiplies and returns to us multiplied as well. This is a beautiful expression of the sanctity of Spirit expressed in our prosperity, and we give great and glorious thanks, and so it is.
I've been surrounded by love from the moment I was born. A love that's grown and endured every day. I've been loved for who I am, with all my strengths and my faults, not dependent on what I do or say. At times I've taken this for granted, only focusing on lack. I was crying, I want more, racing down a dead-end track. But now it seems so clear to me, simple matter of fact, when you're blessed with a gift, you got to give it back. Give it back and your joy will multiply. Give it back, just spread your wings and fly. Give it back. Well, Carol, she could sing. Her voice could move you to tears, flowing from the depths of her soul. Yet she hid away in silence, only singing for herself, her fears running out of control. She couldn't let herself go, cut off from hope and desire. Couldn't take the risk living dreams require. Now it's a basic law of life, it's a well-known fact. When you're blessed with a gift, you got to give it back. Give it back and your joy will multiply. Give it back, just spread your wings and fly. Give it back. Everyone is special. You got to let your light shine. If you believe we're all connected, you know our spirits are entwined. There's no point in waiting, 'cause now is the time. So spread your joy, share your gifts, and lay it on the line. Or maybe you got money, or maybe lots of time, more than you honestly need. If you find that you're creative with your hands or your mind, set it free. Imagine what you'll find. Don't take it for granted, or it could wither and die. Just give from your heart. It's guaranteed to satisfy. And then it all will be clear, and you'll live this well-known fact. When you're blessed with a gift, you got to give it back. Give it back, and your joy will multiply. Give it back. Just spread your wings and fly. Give it back. Give it back.
Oh, sorry. Usually I see my picture up there, or my face, or whatever. I'm sorry. Hi, I am Suzanne, and I am really, really, really proud to be a team member of your Board of Trustees. And I have to say, Wade, thank you so much, Jim Wade. I feel like I've been in a private concert today with you and Frank, and I am just filled with inspiration. So, wow, aren't we lucky? Yeah. Really lucky. Rev Mike, you inspire me every day. You are inspirational, you are comforting, you are supportive, and I choose success, and I choose to be you today. Just for today. All right. So in our commitment to provide more opportunities to connect with like-minded, new thought folks, we are very excited to announce a new monthly in-person gathering called Nibbles and New Thought. So we invite you to join us for our first gathering tomorrow night, Monday at 6:30 p.m. at Brick and Brew in King of Prussia. Oh, on King Street in Malvern. I knew that. It's not too late to sign up, and it's important that you make your reservations. So just jump onto our homepage and click on the link and sign up. Another new monthly event is an outdoor full moon ceremony generously hosted by my husband and I. We're so generous at our home in Malvern on Friday, April 7th. If you'd like to check it out, please go to our website and sign up. And there is a limited seating, so sign up quick. It's really fun. We're also going to have movie nights, labyrinth walks, celebrations in the park, and much, much more, so stay tuned. Our next in-person celebration will be held here in Eagleville on April 2nd, Palm Sunday, and on April 9th, Easter Sunday. We hope you will join us. We are looking for a few volunteers to help us with greeting and welcoming those joining us for our in-person celebrations, and a few others to help with breaking down and setup here after Sunday celebrations. If interested, see Linda in the back. We also have April Science of Mind magazine on sale in the back of the room. And if you'd like to join any of our classes, workshops, or in-person events, just go to our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the link on the pop-up screen on the home page, or go to the events calendar. And if you are watching us and enjoying our Sunday celebrations and love notes and on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe and share with others and to like us. We know you like us. Make sure you hit the like button. When you subscribe, you will receive notices anytime our videos are uploaded. Well, that's it for today. Let's all choose success. And just for today, be Reverend Mike.
That's oh yes. Now we're going to have. Oh yeah, I wanted to say a couple things first. I always have another word or two, you know, uh, and that is again, as Suzanne beautifully shared with you, uh, we are having Easter Sunday right here with beautiful music. I'm not saying who. And of course, we'll be here for Palm Sunday as well. But that we're going to have a very, very special Easter celebration. So please join us and bring your friends and family. And now we will have our closing song, which is, by the way, you wrote the Give It Back, right?
Give It Back, I wrote,
Yeah, he wrote the Give It Back. Wasn't that wonderful? He is a genius and a wonderful, loving one, too. The wind blows joy.
We're going to stand up and sing this. The words are really easy. The wind blows joy, 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 joy through my heart. You repeat that, and and it's spreading far and wide. And I'll throw out a different thing we can, celebrate for each verse. So you're encouraged to dance. The wind blows joy, 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 joy through my heart. The wind blows joy, 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 joy through my heart. The wind blows joy, 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 joy through my heart. And it's spreading far and wide. The wind blows peace. The wind blows peace, 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 peace. You gotta get this key. The wind blows peace, 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 peace through my heart. The wind blows peace, 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 peace through my heart. And it's spreading far and wide. The wind blows love. Here we go. The wind blows love. I didn't hear you. Love through my heart. The wind blows love, love, love. Love through my heart. The wind blows love, love, love. Love through my heart. And it's spreading far. And let's go back to joy. The wind blows joy, joy, joy. Joy through my heart. The wind blows joy, joy, joy. Joy through my heart. The wind blows joy, joy, joy. Joy through my heart. And it's spreading far and it's spreading far and wide. And it's spreading far and wide.
And so we give thanks, knowing that each and every one of us is a winner, because each and one of us is always with God, and so it is.
And so it is. Yay, everybody. Woo!